Hello and welcome everybody to Head of School update regarding remote learning. In Friday's bulletin, you'll have received a letter from Gerald O'Connor, who's the new executive head for the next 2 terms, and also the head teacher at St Augustine's High School in Redditch. And in it he mentioned how we're rolling out remote learning so that it is the highest quality and standard that we can offer our students. I just want to talk through the rollout of our remote learning. We are going to be all moving towards MS Teams so that it will be one platform that the students will access to access pre-recorded lessons, live lessons, assignments, and receive feedback through. But this does entail quite some challenges with obviously students not being in school. Firstly, that all students will be issued with new email accounts. In my letter that will have gone out today, you will see the email convention as to how the students' emails will look, and also they'll be emailed a password through EdgeLink. So if students could actually experiment with trying to log in using their new email account, then that would be great, because then we can sort out any issues that they have. But we're not just going to roll it out all in one go. We've decided to plan this so that it's manageable for a central services team, towards IT, to help with any potential queries or problems. But also so that students themselves can get support from school if they've got any issues as well. So as I said, so the first thing is all students will receive new emails, and then we will be moving towards testing these emails and testing the students' ability to log into Lord's MS Teams. So the rollout plan going forward is that on Thursday, the students in year 11 should receive their password so that they can attempt to log into TCS Lords so that they can access MS Teams. And then on Friday, Mr. Ma will deliver a live assembly. During that assembly, he'll also tell the students that he's set an assignment in Teams, and that they need to go onto that assignment, complete the task, and then send that back. That's one of the basic requirements of using Teams, is so that staff can receive student work via Teams, and then also staff can send feedback via the assignment feature on MS Teams. That will then be followed the following Monday with year 11s being expected to attend live registrations from then on every morning at 9 o'clock, as if they were in school. So they would be expected to log on to a device, whether it be a mobile phone, a laptop or a tablet, and they would then join the scheduled form tutor registration, and a live registration will be taken. And also this will then follow through for their lessons. So at the start of every lesson, moving forward, students will be expected to join the scheduled lesson so that the member of staff can take a live register, so that we know that students are actually up and engaged. And this will therefore provide them with structure. We've had some great comments and feedbacks after the first week. I'll just read some of those out, and you can see them in my letter. Thank you for all that you are doing. Just like to say a huge thank you to all Trinity team who are doing a fab job. Thank you. I just need to know when the students have to be online for Teams. Her first Teams lesson really boosted her. She has found new enthusiasm and is really looking forward to connecting through Teams again tomorrow. Some daily live teaching would be suitable. The children have long, lonely days with no interaction with anyone from school, and if parents are working. A shaky start, but year head and teachers were fantastic. And I think just looking at those comments again, that comment about students needing interaction, and therefore we will be moving towards majority of lessons being live. This doesn't mean that every lesson will be a full 1 hour live lesson in terms of the member of staff talking. It may be that the staff spend the first 10 to 15 minutes doing the register, checking that students are okay, going through the work, any new theory, and then asking the students to carry on independently with the tasks that have been set through assignments. The member of staff would then mute their mic and obviously that allows them to be getting on with other things. But then if a student does have an issue or a question, they can then ask for help, and the member of staff will be online to help verbally as well. And we're also mindful that, you know, some families may not have enough devices, or their internet connection may be under pressure because of the number of people that are logged onto the internet using various devices, and therefore we are mindful that it should be a blend of live lessons, pre-recorded lessons, and consolidation lessons. If you throw into the mix also some staff are actually in school supervising students of key workers and also vulnerable students, so there may be times when the staff can't deliver live lessons. So, you know, the majority of lessons will have some interaction with the students, but there may be the odd lesson where, due to various commitments, the staff is unable to, and in that case, consolidation lessons will be set, or pre-recorded lessons. So then moving on to the other year groups. So year 10, they'll get sent their email password on Friday so that they can try to log in and change their password, and then they will join a live assembly with Mr. Willis on Monday morning. And again, they will then be set an assignment and asked to complete that assignment and send back, so that we know which students have logged in and are able to complete work. That will then be followed the following day with live registrations as well, and live lessons with live registrations at the start of each lesson. Then on the Tuesday, the 19th, it will be year 9's turn to have a live assembly, followed by live lessons and live registrations on Wednesday the 20th. Year 8 will have their live assembly and assignment task on Wednesday the 20th of January, followed by live registration in form time and in lessons on Thursday the 21st of January, and then that will be followed by year 7 having a live assembly on Thursday the 21st of January, followed by live lessons and registrations on Friday the 22nd of January. Students obviously will be expected to join live registrations, but we are following the usual school day, which is set out in the letter, which means that period 1 lessons start at 9:15, period 2 lessons at 10:15, period 3 lessons at 11:35, period 4 lessons at 1:15, and period 5 lessons at 2:15. Obviously, because students aren't in, we're no longer following the staggered times, so they should expect to register with their lessons on those times. Staff will then monitor the attendance and participation lessons based on, obviously they'll be able to see who has actually joined the actual lesson, who's responded to the live register, and also who is returning work via the assignment function of MS Teams. If we have any concerns where students aren't engaging or they're failing to submit work, then the pastoral team will be following up just to ask if there's any reasons for that we can particularly help with. Might be IT issues, device issues, network issues, and obviously if it's not, then we'll be expecting those students to be signing up in future to their lessons. If that's not the case, then obviously we'll be classing them as a vulnerable student and we'll be expecting them to come into school. So it's really important that students are logging on and attending, and it's just to provide that structure rather than having a day that has no structure to it. And we've listened to parents' comments about students' mental health and well-being, and by providing that structure throughout the day, knowing that there's a member of staff every period checking that they're actually online, they're doing the work, and they've got that structure, will benefit the students in the long run. As a school, obviously we're aiming to ensure that every child receives, quality education and that they can reach their full potential. We're currently adapting to the recent events because we've migrated over to the Our Lady of Lourdes MAC. All our IT infrastructure has transitioned from the 1st of January over. So it's been a full-on week last week, but we're getting there, and we're determined that obviously this will be rolled out next week. Please, log on to our parent form, evaluation form, so that you can respond with, any issues that you're having, but also positive comments like I've just shared with you, how the live lessons are going. If you do have issues logging on, so when students receive their password and they have issues trying to log in, then in my letter you'll find at the bottom details of how they can get help. You'll see it's got the convention for the email. So for example, if a student was named an other and they were in year 7, the email convention for that student, their username would be 20, which is September 20 when they joined Trinity in year 7. Their first name, which will be Anne, surname in this case is other, and then it finishes with @lordsmac.org.uk. And then they will use the password that's sent to them via Edgelink to then be able to log into their accounts. It's really important that students will need to change their password before they start using their accounts, and they can do this by going to the link that's in the letter below. If students experience difficulties logging in, then because we're now part of the Our Lady of Lourdes Multi-Academy, they have a central services team, Lourdes IT, and you can see there at the bottom the number, the email, and the help desk that's available between 7:30 in the morning till 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. So please contact the Lourdes IT help desk any issues to do with IT. It may be worth dropping an email to the your child's form tutor or head of year if you are experiencing problems, just so they're aware. But actually it will be Lourdes IT who will be able to support you in rectifying any issues. As I said, all resources, assignments, live and pre-recorded lessons will then move over to the Lourdes domain rather than the WeLearn 365 domain, which students have been using to log in. So it's really important that they test out and they join these live assemblies, because that will be a one-stop shop for the students' education going forward. So, you know, we need the feedback so that we can iron out any issues or problems that your child is having accessing MS Teams. I hope you're all well, and hopefully this will clarify exactly how we're planning to move forward for the remainder of next week. So yeah, any questions, please contact us so that we can clarify those points. Okay, thank you. Stay safe.